What's the most disturbing secret you've discovered about someone close to you? The last day before my dad died from stage 4 lung cancer was one of the hardest times my family has ever faced. He was in the ER and then moved to the ICU. But because of the hospital's COVID restrictions, none of us, my mom, my sister, or myself, were allowed to be with him. We spent hours texting and calling him, desperate for any response, but got nothing back. My mom even called the hospital to check in, and a nurse told her he was awake and communicating, so we held on to hope. At 3:30 a.m., he passed away. We were finally allowed to be at his bedside, but he was no longer conscious. We said our goodbyes in silence, already broken by grief. Later that morning, while my mom was sleeping, I started making arrangements with cremation services and went through the small bag of belongings the hospital had returned to us. His phone was there. I wanted to read through our texts one last time, to find some comfort in those final words exchanged. But when I unlocked it, every message from me, my mom, and my sister was still marked unread. It was strange, but I figured he must have been too weak to open them.
Curious, I started scrolling through his apps and found one I barely recognized, some kind of chat app, similar to WhatsApp. Opening it, I saw a single contact saved under a woman's name. I hesitated, but started reading. What I found shocked me completely. He had been messaging her hourly, throughout the entire last 24 hours, and for months before that. He called her princess, told her he loved her, and she replied with worry, asking about his health and why he was in the hospital. It was clear that this was an emotional affair, maybe more. The messages showed an intimacy I hadn't known existed. My grief quickly twisted into confusion and anger. Why hadn't he told us? Why did he choose to share his last moments with someone else? A week later, I found her online. She was just 19 years old. When we spoke over direct messages, she told me they'd met 2 years ago when she was only 17 and he was her high school bus driver. The idea of my 66-year-old dad dating someone younger than his grandchildren was almost impossible to grasp. He was spending his last days, hours, and words with her. The secret I uncovered cast a long shadow over every memory I had of my relationship with him. There would never be a chance to talk about it, to understand why or how he chose this path. It's a secret I wish I never found. It changed everything.